Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. You can settings, interface, graphics, 1080. I like to go here. Just because it helps when I'm in the PvP zones and we're doing some big boy group stuff. So this is a game I like to play a lot. It's actually probably my main. It's definitely my main MMO. And the reason why is because of this. So you open your Destiny board, and this is like on RuneScape. You have that little tab that tells you all your levels. This is basically the same thing. And yeah, it's a lot of shit you gotta level up. So right here, these right here don't matter. It's just a tree, like armor, plate armor. So, and then it breaks down to three pieces. Your heavy boots, your heavy plate, and your heavy helmet. And then your boots, you got I think it's like nine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you got 9 different pieces for your heavy boot slot. And then the same thing for your heavy armor pieces, chest piece, another 9. And instead of having 99, you have 100, but it can go up to 120. I think on RuneScape you can get 122. So what that means is the higher level your heavy chest piece is, the stronger it is. The more stats you got. Like more threat you generate, the more whatever special ability it has. If it does damage, do more damage versus at level 100 versus at level 1, right? And you have to level all these up. You don't have to, but so if this one's a level 100 and this is at level 100, I think you get 20 points for each one for these specifically towards that. So 20 here goes into that. And then for these over here, it's 10. If you have these leveled up to 50 at least, you get 5 instead of 10. Which I've been playing this game for 2 years, and I've only have a few stuff past level 100. And what I mostly worked on was my leather chest pieces, which is medium armor, medium damage. So I just need that 70, that's 90, 70, that's almost 100. So everything here is almost at 100 except for three things. My leather helmets, I don't really use these. And then you got 8 bows, and you got daggers, and then you got spears. They all have their own special ability. And then you just have so much shit, transformation staffs right here. Turn to wolf, a bear, fucking golem, panther. You got your healing staff. You got your offhand. Like if you have a one-hand sword, instead of putting a shield on, you can put a torch, fucking a crypt candle. I don't know what that is. Scepter. And then anyway, so you got your cloth boots here, your cloth. I think the game does a really bad job at explaining this thing. It took me a very long time to understand this. So the left side of the board is your equipment level. And if you're one of those people that play RuneScape and you got everything to level 99, you would have a fucking you get your knocks rocked if you come to Albion and try and level all these to 100 or 99 if you want. But it's gonna take you a very long time. And then on the right side we have crafting. So this game is very so it has a player driven economy. So anything you find in the world was crafted by someone. The game does not make anything for you. It just has a system where you sell stuff to the market, and then it cycles these things that were bought from the players back into the game for your rewards and stuff like that. When you beat a monster, when you get a chest for an activity you're doing, and yeah, man, like you can if you build all this up, it's gonna take you a long time, maybe 20 years. And I think Albion is a really good game. I love PvP. I do PvP. But when I get bored of PvP, I want to do some PvE. And Albion really isn't good with the PvP aspect of the game. Um, Especially if you don't like PvP, I know. But as far as safe PvE you can do it. I mean, you can do stuff in the yellow zone. It is PvP, but rarely anyone PvPs in these areas because I guess there's just no incentive to PvP in yellow. I mean, I think I tried it a few times to get better at PvP because I'm not gonna go out into the red zone in PvP and not be good enough, and I'm just gonna die and lose my gear every time. But you're gonna do that in yellow zones, but not a lot of people do that. I don't know why. It, and it actually is kind of difficult to catch people, to dismount people. And they recently had an update where there's an IP cap, so power score, whatever you want to call it. There's a cap. I think max is like 1200 or something like that, and it's not hard to reach, especially for new players. Maybe it'd take you a week or two. But yeah, past that you can go past the power cap, so that makes you a lot weaker. So if you want to practice PvP, it's mostly gonna be fair. Mostly, if you're a new player, you're still not gonna have anything leveled up, so you're gonna be at a big disadvantage. But in the lethal zone, it's not like that. So a lot of unfair pairings happen in the lethal zones, which is fine. I like that. Um, but they just added tracking to yellow zones, which is actually a really cool PvP activity. You don't get very much reward for it, but what I do know what some people do is these rewards you get from the tracking is you can use the loot or the ingredients or the whatever you get from the specific animal you can use to make certain potions, blah blah blah, and you can sell them for a lot of money. It might not be worth your time and efforts, but it's a fun little PvP activity that I've enjoyed. But I mostly just do PvP. I do have 1200 IP with 4.2 gear, which is kind of cool how they do the horizontal power progression. So there's 8 tiers, but you can enchant one tier with 4 more levels. So, but you can only do it with tier 4 and up. For example, there's 8 tiers. You can go up, like you go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8's gonna be the strongest. But each tier has a enchantment level you can add, and you can only add 4. So if you enchant your tier 4 times, you basically have tier 8 gear, which is the end game gear, or the most powerful gear, which is easy to understand. But then once you get to 8, you can enchant that 4 more times. And so at that point, you have tier 12. And that is the most powerful, the most expensive. I don't mess with it. I mean, if you go to lethal zones with this, then you must, you must be rich in real life because you can buy gold in this game, which is pay to win. But I don't know anyone who's willing to drop more than $100 to get powerful gear just to lose it. Like, I mean, you might win a lot, but once you run into a group of 10, 20 people, there's no way you're gonna survive. In the open world, it's not fair. If you got the most powerful gear, you're gonna beat everyone. If you got the biggest gear, the biggest group, you're gonna beat everyone. And it just I do main this game mostly because I want to level up my stuff. So I do like using swords. Right here, you can see I have dual swords. My character looking scrumptious. Let me remove the name. Could have done that from the beginning. But let me see, where would I take my name off? Interface right here. And then I just like my health showing. Yeah, but my character looks pretty sick. It's the name as well. Let's go for a test drive. I've been playing a lot after this new faction update, faction warfare update. So each city has factions. There's I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factions. This one in the middle is one. You sign up for your city and you fight and die for your city basically. And it's been a ton of fun. It's just PvP everywhere. Not always. Like you can, teleport over here to this red zone over here. And the chance, okay, so Spectre Swamp, pretty active zone. A lot of different factions gather around here. See, look, we got a big Fort Sterling blob over here, meaning we got a lot of homies in the area. Let's see what we can get into today. I am using tier 5 dual swords with 1 enchantment. Basically tier 6. Little less than tier 6. I think there's like a 5%. Here's a guy with flag. Let's see what he got on. Yeah, this guy can beat me. Maybe we can fight him and survive. I'm not really good at the PvP either. But I mean, I have fun. Even if I'm dying, I have fun. Usually doing these red zone activities with your faction actually pays pretty well, so you'll eventually make what you lose. And some. It's decent. If it wasn't like that, I probably wouldn't be playing out here. I played the game for 2 years and I just barely started playing in lethal zones. I think my biggest problem with Albion right now is that the game has a very high skill gap. In order to be good at PvP, you have to know what every piece of armor in the game does. You need to know what every weapon in the game does as well. So you can know how to fight against it. Everyone that plays this game pretty much knows what every weapon does. Okay, we were lagging, I don't know why. Kinda not good for me. Graphics and everything on low. Borderless full screen window. Frame rate 30. Yeah, that's kind of scary. I don't want to die. My kit's not worth too much, but okay, we're gonna get into some PvP right here. We don't want to go that way. Basically, don't want to be pretty much clumped up. Oh no. Please don't lag. See, if you stand in a group like this, you're gonna get one shot by the combo they run. But let's they get you in these little closed areas right here. Because they know there's a big concentration of players. Woo. Oh my god, please don't. What is wrong with my game? Where do you go? Alright, we're gonna go this way. Also not a big fan of the looting. It's very hard to get loot when there's 20 other people trying to loot the same person that died as well. Looks like we won this fight. Let's go. If I got some loot. I should have got some loot. I was here long enough. No, I was not here long enough. I have to fix that stuttering. I don't know why it happened. I got a full screen? No, I don't think that's gonna help. Okay, maybe we could do the next camp. Be over here. We actually have some PC moves. Also been playing some Ark Ascended. What's it called? Ark Survival Ascended. Yeah, the new version they came out with. I've been playing that too for a bit. I'm gonna make some videos on that as well. I know if you watch my videos, you probably from that. You know when I did a lot of these videos. I'm actually kind of excited for one of the new updates that they're gonna make. They're adding Atlas, but the Ark, Asa. So that's gonna be interesting. I never really liked Atlas because of the movement. The characters look kind of funny, but I'm definitely looking forward to it on a familiar engine in a familiar game that I actually loved a lot. Ark Survival Evolved is probably one of my favorite games ever made. It is hardcore PvP, open world survival. You fight players and you fight dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs are probably harder than the people. Am I getting loot? Yes, I am. So Albion is my main MMO.
And since I've been playing it for a while, I don't know if I want to make a video on it, but maybe I can make some little videos on how to help players or how to help people get better at it. They can get so one of the biggest misconceptions about the game that I've realized and that I thought I would have is for example, if you have all your armor pieces set to a level 100 or a level 120, you're going to be more powerful than 99% of the player base already. But it's not necessarily true. What you can do is level a few of them to 100, and then the other ones, it's better to have them at level 50 than to have them at level 0. And that would put you at like a 20% disadvantage, which is actually not bad at all. And you can reach that within a week or two. So stuff like that, I can make videos and stuff like this. I'm not really good at it, but I can if people want it.